to come on board to sponsor our national team, the Commonwealth?
Yes, yes, and that's where the wild part comes in.
Also, you know, that would have had an influence.
This was one of the classic tries of the day.
Certainly.
The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and welcome to TVWAN News. I'm Carol Kidu Jr. In this edition, Lay celebrate life of Chief Jacob, candidates request recount, and Commonwealth Games open. PNG Christian Network executives made a call for unity, honesty and respect for rule of law during the country and formation of government, referring to the recent violence and mayhem witnessed in Port Moresby City and other parts of the country. Eric Hayara, board member and chairman of the Unity Supermarket, said such actions are unacceptable and uncalled for.
The PNG Christian Professional Network has called on the Papua New Guinean politicians and candidates to stand together in unity, respect the rule of law and be honest during this period of election.
Example, the violence that happened on the 24th on Sunday is uncalled for. Should not be accepted by anyone, by any standards. This city is a city where the international community lives, multicultural community live. We all Papua New Guineans here, modern Papua New Guineans live here, and that sort of violence should not be happening.
Eric Hayara, board member and chairman of Unity Supermarket, added that reports of election-related violence around the country, corruption, fraud, hijacking, tampering of ballot boxes, denial of voting, denying democracy, suggest that those running for office may be using corrupt means to get into parliament.
The pillars that bind and hold this nation are slowly eroding, and our institutions of good governance and democracy are compromised. Corruption is the monster that eats our democracy away and the good governance, and bringing our country into the state we are in and we might be in later on. So we are asking the politicians to respect the law, respect good governance, respect democracy, and you be honest. If the people, leaders want you, they'll vote you.
As a Christian nation with more than 90% of people profess to be believers of Christianity, the violence and mayhem does not reflect that.
If you see the statistics, PNG is like over 95-96% Christian. Yet PNG is the most corrupt country in the South Pacific. And it is like the top 40 corrupt countries in the world. And that's a good question. How does that relate to Christianity? It does not reflect who we are and what we do. So it is to do with the heart. People, Christians, transformation must come from the heart. Change must come from the heart. Leaders must change. People must change.
Frida Kana, TVWAN News.
Re-elected member for Wabag, Dr. Lino Tom, has called for change to electoral processes so that Papua New Guineans can vote freely and fairly in future elections. Dr. Tom commented upon his arrival in the capital early this week to return the signed election writ for Wabag Open to the PNG Electoral Commissioner. He was accompanied by Wabag Returning Officer John Puyo. Re-elected member for Wabag Dr. Lino Tom, after his declaration, said there is a need for change when highlighting the challenges faced during this election in Enga province, which he stemmed as chaotic. Dr. Lino arrived in Port Moresby on Tuesday, 26th July, with Wabag Returning Officer John Puyo to return the writ to the PNG Electoral Commissioner, Simon Sinai.
But this election 2022 saw an unprecedented level of evil. It's never been done like that before. What I can say is the other contestants, they colluded, they collaborated, and they came up with all kinds of plans to make sure that the fair process of electing a leader was not followed.
During polling and counting, there were police reports of roadblocks, hijacking of ballot boxes, and damages to properties in Wabag and throughout the Enga province.
I'm not a person who plans evil. No, I want people to vote freely and fairly so that people can elect good leaders. When we don't elect good leaders, we see all the chaos that we see in the country today.
He thanked the Electoral Commissioner Sinai for making time to receive him and accepting the returned writs. Aro Puyo also thanked the EC and stressed on the challenges during their electoral process.
To make sure the election process is completed, Commissioner Yusuf learning something. Me thanking you for supporting me through the election steering committee and the election manager's office. I think I'm satisfied that I did my job with my and my polling and counting office.
Re-elected Governor for Enga Province, Sir Peter Ipatas, arrived at the Jacksons Airport this morning to a cheering welcome from Enga students of the University of Papua New Guinea and the Pacific Adventist University. Sir Peter, who is leader of the People's Party, has retained the regional seat after surpassing the absolute majority of 140,220 votes by polling in 172,652 votes.
The University of Papua New Guinea and the Pacific Adventist University welcomed the re-elected governor for Enga at the Jacksons Airport this morning. The students here are proud that their leader has been re-elected. To them, this means free and subsidized school fee for the next 5 years. Among the crowd of students were final year UPNG medical students. They cheered the father of modern Enga, applauding him for the new state-of-the-art hospital, which they anticipate to serve after they complete studies.
Our excellent governor built Enga to what it is today. So we are grateful, we are forever grateful for everything that he has done so far and the stable leadership that we have in Enga province. And Papua New Guinea has seen that.
Sir Peter Ipatas travelled in from Wabag with the returning officer to deliver the election writ for Enga provincial seat to the PNG Electoral Commissioner. This is the 6th term in Parliament for Sir Peter. He urged the students to be humble and change their attitude for a better Enga.
That the National Parliament has passed a bill to establishing our own university in Enga province. That is the innovative University of Enga. It's a big challenge. No provincial government has taken up this kind of challenge before, but we are taking it up.
Sir Peter, who is leader of the People's Party, retained his seat with 172,652 votes, surpassing the absolute majority of 140,220 votes. Jumaima Sukpa, TVWAN News.
The life of the late Chief Jacob Luke was celebrated on Thursday at the Sir Ignatius Kilage Outdoor Stadium. The business community in Lei Mapai staff, family and friends turned up to bid farewell to one of the most iconic yet humble PNG businessman and leader.
The heavy downpour in Leh on Thursday did not faze residents as they gathered at the Sir Ignatius Kilage Stadium to celebrate the life of the late Managing Director of Mapai Transport, Chief Jacob Luke. From humble beginnings in 1987 with the use of only one truck, the Enga business tycoon steadily increased his fleet to more than 80 prime movers and 400 employees that moved 110,000 containers per year from 3 locations in Papua New Guinea. At the commemoration, the head bishop of the Evangelical Lutheran Church of Papua New Guinea said the late Chief Jacob was the epitome of his mantra, "Spirit to serve." The head bishop said even his recently opened home at Lakolam, Enga province, had no bad fencing wire nor high fences, alluding to his message of peace in a troubled zone. The body of the late chief will travel up the Highlands today and will be brought to his final resting place at Lakolam over the weekend. Jumaima Sukbat, TV1 News.
This is TV1 News. Stay tuned for more after the break.
With BSP Internet Banking, you can enjoy your banking at home, at work, or wherever you are. BSP Personal Internet Banking allows you to view your accounts and transactions, transfer money, bill pay, schedule future payments, or access your bank statements. Visit your nearest BSP branch to register now. BSP Internet Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
A quick favorite meal for the day does feel good. Snacks noodles is my choice for a simple meal. It is easy to prepare and fast to cook. And with a touch of flavor and ingredients, quality noodles that can be cooked and enjoyed in many different ways. You see, my whole family loves it. It's made here in PNG and comes in different pack sizes. Snacks noodles, tastier but you like it more.
Open that.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Fine PNG made.
How would you describe your mother?
My mom is beautiful.
She is strong like Superman.
I love my mom because she always takes care of me.
My mom, she's so patient and loving. I feel she's always around.
Caring. She works so hard and always wants the best for me.
She's soft like halal.
My mom is everything, and I don't know what I'd do without her.
Softland, fragrance of a mother's love.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Lager, Bongum Yumi. Cheers to 70 years.
Welcome back. Security forces and PNG Electoral Commission officials in the Southern Highlands province met this week to look at strategies to complete counting before 12th August. Highlands Western End Commander Acting Assistant Commissioner John Kale said counting in the province is progressing well. However, he has received police intelligence reports of an alleged buildup of firearms within Mendi Township. Electoral Commission officials were told to speed up counting and have strategized to wind down counting by next week. In the meantime, Mr. Kale has appealed to all candidates to cooperate with the security forces and the counting officials to ensure the counting is completed well before August 12. Candidates of the West New Britain Regional Seat met with Provincial Returning Officer Emily Kelton on Thursday to request a recount of primary votes. The disgruntled candidates argued that there were a number of times ballot papers did not add up with the figures recorded. Candidates of the West New Britain Regional Seat are questioning the transparency and accountability in the counting process, saying figures are not adding up with ballot papers and figures being put on record. They have raised this with the Provincial Returning Officer Emily Kelton and have asked for a recount. Kelton explained that human error is the cause in the miscalculations and need correcting.
Human errors, coming from the primary counts from allergies na coming. Like it's just like either we go one figure up or we got one figure down. It's just like errors and omissions were created by us. From the allergies, so figures from allergy or primary counts kami. No, that's what we're going to do. So figures and something one that it's either the ballot papers are alright. It's just that figures from the player, it's either we go up by 1 or 2 or 3 or we come down.
However, ULP candidate Daniel Kanao felt that the issue is serious as it has been ongoing and if not addressed will result in unnecessary problems.
Get on to us as a candidate as well. We're into those eliminations time. Those things we also believe that there's some other errors also been associated with it, but it never make mention of or it never been taken off. So what happens today is something that is really demanding us. At least we have to take a hard approach over this thing. It means that if whatever it is, then we have to go to the force. Otherwise, find a solution.
PRO Kelton stated that she and her officers are responsible for the human errors and is working to eradicate the issue. However, she would like to carry out declarations within this time frame as she is concerned that if put after the 29th, there may be issues as a formal gazette was not issued regarding the extension of writs. Incumbent Governor for East Sepik, Alan Bird, retained the regional seat in a landslide win today. Bird polled 127,000 votes in first preference count. He was declared by Provincial Returning Officer Thaddeus Ulapapik at the Moem Barracks where counting was underway. In his address to the election officials and media, the governor-elect thanked the people of East Sepik for their trust and confidence in returning him to serve them for another term.
Incumbent Governor for East Sepik Province, Alan Bird, has been re-elected to the 11th Parliament by the people of East Sepik. The Governor-elect won in the first preference counting with 127,000 votes. His declaration was made by Provincial Returning Officer Thaddeus Ulapapik at the Moem Barracks earlier today, where he also signed the election writ. The Governor-elect thanked the people of East Sepik for returning him to office to continue the work they have started. He said it was important for them to push the Greater Sepik agenda and it must bear fruit. The Governor-elect would like to see the same opportunity given to every Sepik. Bird's election to office now brings the number of declared National Alliance candidates to 3 after Engaram MP-elect Salio Waipo and Namatanai MP-elect Walter Schnobelt. Salome Vincent, TVWAN News.
And that ends the news segment. Sports is next. Stay tuned.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Ton, Hino ton. Dreaman yet?
If you can't stop thinking about the Hino range of trucks, then you better drive one today. Hino.
Ton.
Hardware House,
is more than just a store. It is where quality meets affordability, where culture is proudly celebrated. Spanning 9 provinces, we pride ourselves in offering top-notch customer support and services. We're more than just a store. We're more than a brand. We are Hardware House.
Made only from the highest quality beef, oxen palm, is PNG's pride and the world's favorite. When you're spending time with family, when you've got a big day ahead, when you have given it all you've got, when you're putting on a feast, that's when you want the best. That's when you want flame rice. New flame rice. Win him all together.
It's the kind of magic.
Magic.
Welcome back. The 2022 Commonwealth Games is underway after a spectacular opening ceremony at the Alexander Stadium in Birmingham. The Games were officially opened by Prince Charles on behalf of Queen Elizabeth II, as many of the 4,000 athletes paraded in front of 30,000 spectators. The Queen's baton has been on an around-the-world journey for months and has finally reached its destination. Multi-gold medalist winning gymnast Max Whitlock was the last of the baton bearers who took the baton up the stadium steps, choosing to shine a light on mental health awareness before handing it to Commonwealth Games England President Dennis Lewis. Lewis handed it to Dame Louise Martin, who removed the Queen's message, which was read out by her son Prince Charles.
Success of this particularly special sporting event, and I wish each athlete and team every success. Your hard work and dedication, particularly in recent times, have been an inspiration to all of us. It now gives me the greatest pleasure to declare the 22nd Commonwealth Games open.
The 22nd edition of the Commonwealth Games was officially opened Thursday, 28th July 2022 in Birmingham, England. Among the 72 teams from 54 countries and 18 territories of the Commonwealth was Team PNG, led out by flag bearers and Olympians Rele Kaputin and John Ume. Here are the highlights.
Bearers combined there, holding the flag. Rele Kaputin, who is competing in the long jumps, and the women's 4x100 metre relay alongside John Ume, who's a men's lightweight boxer.
The athletes from Papua New Guinea.
Papua New Guinea champion team Lae City Football Club will be representing the country in the Oceania Champions League in Auckland, New Zealand next month. Lae City FC have been pulled against AS Venues of Tahiti Galaxy FC of Vanuatu and Central Coast FC of Solomon Islands.
Ley City FC departs Port Moresby this Saturday for New Zealand via Australia for the Oceania Champions League in Auckland in August. Ley City FC is in Pool A of the Two Pools Challenge and pool against AS Venus of Tahiti, Galaxy FC of Vanuatu and Central Coast FC of Solomon Islands. Ley City FC matches kick off on August 4th against Galaxy FC, then AS Venus on August 7th, followed by Central Coast on August 10th. Pool B has Fiji's Rava FC, ING Sport of New Caledonia, Nico Sokatak FC from the Cook Islands, and Auckland City FC of New Zealand. And with just days counting down, the honours will be on Emmanuel Simon, Ronald Warrison, Obed Bika and Jacob Sabua, teaming up with a vibrant infusion of current Ley City FC team members to produce intended results. The four men have well represented PNG equally on the international stage and continue to do so at the club level through the Ley City FC. Simon leads the Ley City FC as captain to the IOFC qualifiers in New Zealand for the sixth time.
Even 2 years ago, because of COVID-19, this event's been come up, been stopped. We plan to been take part, and this time again, we plan we make a which is going to qualify again. So we plan, especially me at Myanmar, the way team training and everything within the team, confidence, trust and stuff. Everyone, the coaching staff, right down to every place. We play everyone. We look forward, get confident that this whole league, maybe I can make some difference and produce some good results.
Champions League, maybe I'm quarterfinals out now. But now I'm staying finish the quarterfinals. So we have big, strong batting team. Maybe I'm going to the semifinals.
Slowly, NSL count in the whole league. I'm master stop on them. I'm sponsor Lee Biscuit, Bosman at the end. So support them. I'm master.
They all have made their mark in the recent PNG couples outing in Qatar OFC qualifiers and this time representing their local club overseas as PNG's champion club. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
And that ends the news tonight. Remember to apply the following simple measures to prevent transmission of the coronavirus. Regularly wash your hands with soap and water, cough or sneeze into your elbow, and exercise social distancing. If you are feeling sick, please stay at home. You can also call the COVID-19 hotline number for more information or assistance. Pleasant viewing. Bye for now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.